So 2020 has been an incredible year for just the way that we've been creatively supporting couples and parishes around the world. Obviously, when this year started, none of us knew how it would go. We didn't know we'd be doing Zoom with our kids for school and just all the challenges, but there have been so many blessings this year. And
as we look back at 2020, we can't believe all of the new sort of initiatives and movements that A Witness Love has been a part of, from the Spanish community, which is such a vibrant culture that's a part of the fabric in the United States, to specific things in Texas, to the Fertility awareness initiative that we have going on. But we wanted to just talk about that in general. There are several things that your support, A Witness to Love, has made possible, and we just wanted to do a recap and say how these things are going and how we're moving forward with them.
So 2020 has been an incredible year for just the way that we've been creatively supporting couples and parishes around the world. Obviously, when this year started, none of us knew how it would go. We didn't know we'd be doing Zoom with our kids for school and just all the challenges, but there have been so many blessings this year. And it's really, this year's given us the ability to kind of stay put and focus and work through things that we've really had on our plates for years. One of the most exciting things was this fertility awareness initiative, and it's an educational resource that we did with Dr. Janet Smith and Father Mario Amori.
And the Archdiocese of Detroit.
Yeah. And it has just been an amazing resource. It's about 3 hours long. The feedback on it has been incredible, but it's really for church leaders to understand just the science, the theology, the logistics of really being able to speak to the church's teaching on fertility awareness and natural family planning. So that's been a wonderful resource and great feedback on that. So that we finally, thanks to quarantine, Ryan just sat down and we went through all of it.
We had to get that done. Another really important initiative was something that was focused on a particular state, which is the big state of Texas, right? Everybody knows Texas. Everything's kind of bigger in Texas, right? It's really interesting working with the Texas there and all the bishops' conference and all the parishes to see such a diverse state and region. We've learned a lot from that by participating and serving parishes there, but it's gone really well. I think in the past year we went to probably 5 or 6 dioceses and conference calls as well, and getting to know bishops and diocesan leaders and couples. And it's a great place, and it's a model that we think is going to probably spread to other states.
And it's just been great, like really getting into states and spending time with the people there and doing these initiatives. So we also did something similar in Wyoming, Colorado, and Montana. We had funding to do some on-the-ground work there, and we've been focusing on these Be Light communities. So Be Light is something that also is basically Witness Love's marriage enrichment, Witness Love's marriage formation. And that is something we've really focused on, not just creating content, but creating communities. And so we had funding to go to Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming and help find leaders on the ground who understood the needs of couples and of communities, and help to get couples started journeying together in these small discipleship groups using our Be Light content. Do you want to talk about Be Light? Maybe just like...
Yeah, Be Light is a really important work. I think, when Witness to Love was founded, as I said earlier, almost 10 years ago, we knew it wasn't just marriage prep that we were going to stop at. We know that there's a lot more married people than there are engaged people. It's just the way that it is, obviously.
It's a good thing.
But it's a great thing. It's a normal thing, and it's a very good thing. But we also know that Witness to Love needs to do a better job of supporting parishes, support couples. And one way to do that is particularly through a strategy of supporting them and enriching the marriage through not just kind of content, but building communities. That's very important. So what Be Light is about, not more content that we're printing out or videos or anything like that. It's really just this whole support and enrichment and nurturing of communities. And we learned from that a very specific 5-year strategy where we can support couples not just during the engagement and before the altar, but after they say I do, as they enter into that covenant, because that's where the sacramental grace is, that's where the anointing is, and that's where the presence of God is in a particular way. But what that anointing, the sacrament also needs, is a community and groups of friends. And so Be Light is about that, really kind of putting the stamp, the final marking stamp on that network that's going to support and work with them over those 5 years. And we'll share more with that on another moment as well.
And we've also done great outreach in the Spanish communities all around the world, and that there's so many exciting things that have been going on. But we heard about couples in Guatemala who watched our date night series in Spanish on projectors, and over 1,000 couples went through it, and 114 of those couples decided to have their marriage blessed in the Catholic Church and to come forward for formation. Just beautiful stories, beautiful fruits, all from your support of all of these incredible initiatives that Witness to Love, through God's grace and your generosity, has been able to offer for free, especially during this year 2020 when so many couples need and want the extra support.